Have you ever caught yourself thinking, why do my legs feel weaker than they used to? Maybe it's getting tougher to stand up from the couch, or stairs that used to be easy now leave you catching your breath. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone, and you're definitely not just getting old. What you might be feeling is a condition called sarcopenia, a gradual loss of muscle that affects most people after age 60. The scary part? It sneaks up without warning, and if left unchecked, it can take away your mobility, your confidence, and even your independence. But here's the hopeful part. You can turn it around. In today's video, we're diving into real, everyday foods backed by science and tradition that can help you rebuild strength, reduce cramps, and feel steady on your feet again. No fancy diets, no expensive supplements, just simple, powerful habits that work. So grab a warm drink, settle in, and let's get you feeling stronger, one step at a time. Please feel free to ask questions in the comments and make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a helpful tip from Elderly Strength. Let's start with something extraordinary. Spirulina. It may look like just a green powder, but this ancient algae has been fueling strength and endurance for centuries. Long before it became popular in the West, it was used by ancient Aztecs and African lake communities. And more recently, NASA included it in astronauts' diets for long missions in space. That alone says a lot. Why? Because spirulina is densely packed with nutrients your muscles need, especially as you age. Just 1 teaspoon, about 3 grams, gives you 2 grams of high-quality, complete protein. That's the kind your muscles actually use to rebuild. You'll also get 50 milligrams of iron to carry oxygen through your body and a helpful 5 to 8 milligrams of magnesium, which contributes to reducing cramps and fatigue. But spirulina's secret weapon is phycocyanin, a rare antioxidant that eases inflammation and helps your muscles bounce back faster after activity. These benefits are backed by research published in journals like Nutrients and Frontiers in Aging Neuroscience. The best way to use it? Mix 3 to 5 grams daily into a smoothie or water with lemon juice to boost iron absorption. I personally love it with chilled coconut water after a light walk. It gives me a clean kind of energy, not a spike. Important note, spirulina isn't for everyone. Avoid it if you have gout or autoimmune conditions. And check with your doctor before use if you have kidney disease or are on medications affecting iron or immune function. Always choose spirulina from reputable brands that are tested to be free from microcystins, a toxin sometimes found in lower quality algae. A small scoop, big results. Sometimes strength starts with the smallest change. Now let's talk about something simple, familiar, and surprisingly powerful. Peas. These sweet green little guys have been a part of diets from the Mediterranean to Central Asia for thousands of years. In the US, they're often treated as a basic side dish, but nutritionally, they're anything but basic. Peas are rich in plant-based protein, and more importantly, they contain 2 amino acids your aging muscles need. Lysine, which helps your body produce collagen naturally, supporting joint and connective tissue health. And leucine, a key trigger for muscle protein synthesis. Just 100 grams of cooked peas give you 5.4 grams of protein, 1.5 milligrams of iron, and 0.65 grams of leucine, a powerful trio for muscle repair, endurance, and strength. They also contain nearly twice the fiber of spinach, which helps regulate blood sugar and improve digestion. 2 things that play a bigger role in muscle health than most people realize. And with 200 to 250 milligrams of potassium per 100 grams, they can also support healthy muscle contraction. Here's a common mistake: eating peas alone without anything to help the body absorb the iron. Pair them with vitamin C-rich foods like red bell pepper or lemon juice to boost absorption by up to 67%. Try eating 1 cup, 150 grams, of cooked peas 3 times a week. I love blending them with almonds and olive oil into a creamy spread. It's simple, satisfying, and leg-friendly. If you have chronic kidney disease or are watching your potassium intake, be sure to check with your doctor before making peas a regular part of your routine. Even the smallest foods can make a big difference when it comes to staying strong. Now here's a food that's been quietly building strength for thousands of years: chickpeas. Also known as garbanzo beans, They've been a staple in Middle Eastern and Mediterranean diets for centuries. Today, they're gaining popularity in American kitchens for good reason. Chickpeas are a fantastic source of plant-based protein and fiber, two things your muscles and digestive system rely on as you age. Just 100 grams of cooked chickpeas give you 9 grams of protein, 48 milligrams of magnesium, 2.9 milligrams of iron, and a generous 7.6 grams of fiber. That makes them excellent for supporting muscle repair, reducing cramping, and maintaining long-term energy and endurance. They also contain leucine, a key amino acid that helps trigger muscle protein synthesis after meals, something your body becomes less efficient at doing with age. To get the most from chickpeas, pair them with vitamin C-rich foods like lemon juice or tomatoes. This helps your body absorb more iron. Try eating 150 grams 3 to 4 times a week. I love them roasted with olive oil and rosemary or blended into a creamy hummus. If you're new to chickpeas or have IBS, start with smaller portions. They can cause bloating in sensitive individuals due to their FODMAP content. And because they're high in fiber, be sure to drink enough water to support smooth digestion. Fun fact, in parts of Europe, roasted chickpeas are brewed like coffee, naturally caffeine-free and surprisingly energizing. Simple, nourishing, and full of strength, chickpeas are proof that food can be your best medicine. Now let's move on to something that's often overlooked, yet incredibly powerful. Parsley. It might seem like just decoration on your plate, but this humble herb has a long history of being much more than a garnish. In fact, ancient Greek athletes chewed parsley before their competitions, believing it gave them energy and endurance. And science today suggests they may have been right. Parsley is one of the richest natural sources of apagenin, a flavonoid that helps reduce inflammation and supports muscle tissue repair, especially important for older adults whose recovery time is naturally slower. In terms of nutrition, parsley is impressively dense. Just 100 grams provide around 16,640 micrograms of vitamin K, 4 milligrams of iron, and more than twice the daily recommended amount of vitamin C. This trio supports muscle contraction, oxygen delivery, and tissue resilience, essential for staying strong and mobile. You don't need much. Just 15 grams per day, roughly a handful, is enough. Sprinkle it over eggs or soup, blend into smoothies, or try a simple parsley tea by steeping 10 grams in 150 milliliters of hot water. A word of caution, if you're taking blood thinners, especially warfarin, or have a history of kidney stones, particularly oxalate type, consult your doctor before making parsley a daily habit. If you use warfarin, check with your doctor, even for small amounts, as parsley's high vitamin K content can affect how the medication works. Personally, I've added parsley tea into my afternoon routine. It's soothing and a quiet way to support my legs and joints. Sometimes the ingredients we ignore are the ones doing the most good. Now let's take a closer look at something that's probably sitting in your fridge, but not getting the credit it deserves. Chives. These slender green stalks might seem like a garnish, but they belong to the same botanical family as onions and garlic, and they quietly offer some serious benefits for circulation and muscle health. What makes them valuable for aging muscles? For starters, chives are surprisingly rich in vitamin C, around 90 milligrams per 100 grams, which helps your body build collagen and repair connective tissue. They also pack an impressive 30,000 micrograms of vitamin K, which supports muscle contraction and keeps bones strong. Even more interesting is their content of quercetin, a plant-based antioxidant with strong anti-inflammatory properties. It helps reduce muscle soreness and supports recovery. But here's the key. Quercetin is fat-soluble, meaning it absorbs best when eaten alongside healthy fats like olive oil or avocado. Try adding 10 grams of fresh chives daily. I like to stir them into scrambled eggs, yogurt dips, or blend them into a simple herb oil to drizzle over roasted veggies or fish. Chives are generally safe, but if you're on blood thinners or managing your vitamin K levels, check with your doctor before using them regularly. It's amazing how small, consistent changes, like a sprinkle of chives, can quietly support a stronger, more resilient body. And if you're still here with us, thank you. That already means you care about your health. If this video has helped you in any way so far, just drop a number 1 in the comments below. That's our little way of knowing you're still with us and that we're walking this journey together. And if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that button and the little bell icon. That way you won't miss the next simple habit or small tip that could help you feel stronger, steadier, and more free day by day. Now let's get back to basics with something simple, familiar, and absolutely essential. Lean protein. Foods like skinless chicken breast, turkey, and white fish may not sound trendy, but they remain the gold standard when it comes to building and preserving muscle, especially after 60. Here's why. These foods are rich in complete protein, meaning they contain all the essential amino acids your body can't make on its own. One of the most important is leucine, a key trigger for muscle protein synthesis. The process your body uses to rebuild and strengthen muscle fibers after meals or activity. Just 100 grams of skinless chicken breast delivers around 31 grams of protein, making it one of the most efficient and accessible sources. Experts recommend getting 1.2 to 1.5 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight per day if you're over 60, and spreading it out across meals for better absorption. White fish like cod or tilapia is another excellent option. Low in fat, easy to digest, and especially helpful for those who find red meat too heavy. To boost recovery, pair lean protein with vitamin C-rich vegetables like broccoli or bell peppers. And if you're introducing new proteins, start with small portions and monitor for any digestive discomfort, especially if you've had past issues with digestion. If you've been diagnosed with stage 3 or higher chronic kidney disease, consult your doctor before increasing protein intake. Now let's turn to something small, flavorful, and surprisingly mighty. Parmesan cheese. Originating in northern Italy, Parmesan, or Parmigiano Reggiano, is a hard-aged cheese that's been crafted for centuries. While it's often used to add flavor to pasta or salads, it also happens to be one of the most concentrated natural sources of calcium out there. Just 30 grams, about 2 tablespoons of grated Parmesan, gives you roughly 330 milligrams of calcium, which covers nearly 30% of your daily needs. And why is that important? Because calcium is essential for proper muscle contraction and helps maintain strong, stable bones, reducing your risk of fractures as you age. It's also naturally rich in protein and contains phosphorus, another mineral that supports muscle and skeletal health. But here's the catch. Parmesan is very high in sodium, over 450 milligrams per 30-gram serving, which is about 20% of your daily limit. If you have high blood pressure or are taking diuretics, it's best to use it sparingly and avoid daily use. And if you have chronic kidney disease, talk to your doctor first. Parmesan's phosphorus content may need to be limited in later stages. An easy way to enjoy it? Sprinkle a small amount over roasted vegetables or whole grain pasta for a calcium-boosted finish. I like to think of Parmesan as a seasoning, not a staple. With the right balance, even the smallest additions can support a stronger, steadier body. Now let's dive into something rich, flavorful, and incredibly supportive of muscle and brain health. Salmon. This cold water fish has been a dietary staple for generations in Nordic and coastal communities, and today it's widely celebrated for its unmatched nutritional value. What sets salmon apart is its high content of omega-3 fatty acids, particularly EPA and DHA, essential for fighting inflammation, improving blood flow, and supporting balance and coordination. These are not just heart-healthy fats. They also help protect muscle tissue from age-related decline. Just one serving, 3.5 ounces, about 100 grams, delivers around 2.2 grams of omega-3s and 526 IU of vitamin D, a nutrient many older adults lack, which supports bone density, muscle strength, and immune function. Aim to eat salmon or other fatty fish like sardines or mackerel twice a week. Enhance the flavor and absorption with lemon juice, and season with herbs like dill or parsley. And for clean eating, opt for wild-caught or sustainably farmed salmon to avoid contaminants like mercury or PCBs. If you're taking blood thinners like warfarin or medications such as aspirin or ibuprofen, talk to your doctor. Omega-3s may amplify their effects. Also, if you have gout or a history of fish allergies, choose with care or consult your physician first. For me, a simple grilled salmon dinner isn't just nourishing, It's a weekly investment in strength and vitality. Food like this isn't just delicious, it's deeply functional. Now let's sweeten things up with something colorful, delicious, and surprisingly powerful for your muscles. Berries. From ancient times in Europe and Asia to modern American breakfast bowls, berries like blueberries, strawberries, and pomegranates have always been more than just a treat. They're tiny, antioxidant-rich defenders of your health. What makes them so valuable for muscle strength? It's the anthocyanins, the natural pigments that give berries their vibrant color. These compounds help reduce inflammation, protect muscle cells from oxidative stress, and improve blood flow, all essential for endurance, mobility, and faster recovery. One study found that just half a cup of blueberries a day could boost muscular endurance by 15% in older adults. That's a simple yet powerful gain. Berries are also rich in vitamin C, which supports collagen production, important for maintaining healthy tendons and ligaments. Add berries to your oatmeal, yogurt, or smoothies for an easy and enjoyable habit. Frozen berries are just as nutritious as fresh and retain fiber and antioxidants, unlike many store-bought juices. To manage sugar intake, stick to 1/2 to 1 cup per day, depending on your blood sugar levels and medications. If you're taking blood thinners like warfarin, monitor your intake with your doctor. Some berries may slightly affect vitamin K levels. Personally, I love freezing fresh berries in season and enjoying them all year long. It's like a spoonful of summer that helps me stay strong, inside and out. Sometimes the sweetest things do the most silent work. Now let's shift to something hearty, grounding, and essential for sustained energy. Whole grains. Long before processed foods took over, cultures around the world, from ancient Egypt to indigenous America, relied on grains like oats, quinoa, rye, and whole wheat as daily fuel. And for good reason. Whole grains are packed with complex carbohydrates, which give your muscles steady, long-lasting energy, not the quick highs and crashes that come from refined grains or sugary snacks. They're also rich in fiber, iron, magnesium, and B vitamins, which work together to support muscle contraction, nerve function, and recovery. For example, just 1/2 cup of dry oats offers about 4 grams of fiber and 2 milligrams of iron, important for oxygenating your muscles during movement and reducing fatigue. Whole grains also have anti-inflammatory effects, which may help reduce joint stiffness and muscle soreness, especially after activity or first thing in the morning. Start simple. Swap white rice with quinoa, use whole wheat bread instead of white, or begin your day with a warm bowl of steel-cut oats topped with berries and a drizzle of flaxseed oil. Make sure grains are well cooked and soft, especially if you've had digestive issues. And for better blood sugar control, pair grains with eggs, nuts, or yogurt to slow digestion and prevent sugar spikes. If you're sensitive to gluten or have celiac disease, stick with gluten-free options like quinoa, oats, or brown rice. Whole grains don't just fill you up, they keep you going. Because strength isn't just about muscle, it's about fuel. Now let's talk about a mineral that often gets overlooked, but makes a big difference in how your body moves. Magnesium. This essential nutrient plays a critical role in muscle contraction and relaxation, nerve function, and energy production, especially important as we age. Magnesium helps regulate calcium and potassium in your muscles. Without enough of it, you're more likely to feel cramps, fatigue, or heaviness in the legs. Symptoms many older adults write off as just aging. Some of the best natural sources? Almonds, about 76 milligrams per ounce. Cooked spinach, 87 milligrams per cup. And avocados, 58 milligrams per fruit. These foods also provide healthy fats, fiber, and antioxidants, making them a triple win. The recommended intake for adults over 60 is 320 to 420 milligrams per day. Try adding a small handful of almonds as a snack, tossing spinach into an omelet, or blending avocado into a smoothie. Cooked vegetables are easier to digest if your stomach is sensitive. And here's something important. Getting magnesium from food is generally safer than from supplements, especially if you're managing kidney health. Always talk to your doctor first, especially if you're taking diuretics like furosemide or hydrochlorothiazide, or medications for heart rhythm issues. These can affect your body's electrolyte balance. I love starting my day with a banana spinach avocado smoothie. It's easy, tasty, and my legs thank me for it. Sometimes the strongest support comes from the smallest nutrients, quietly working behind the scenes. Finally, let's talk about a mineral that quietly supports almost every move your body makes: potassium. Found in everyday favorites like bananas, potatoes, and spinach, potassium helps your muscles contract smoothly, keeps your nerves firing properly, and plays a key role in hydration and cramp prevention. As we age, we tend to lose more potassium, especially if we're on medications that affect fluid or electrolyte balance. Just one medium banana gives you about 422 milligrams. A cup of cooked spinach offers 558 milligrams, and a medium baked potato delivers up to 926 milligrams. Potassium also helps balance sodium, ease bloating, and maintain healthy blood pressure. But to get the most benefit, pair potassium-rich foods with healthy fats and protein. One of my go-to combos: a smoothie with banana, avocado, and Greek yogurt. It's creamy, hydrating, and supports muscle function naturally. Important note: if you take medications that affect potassium levels, like spironolactone, lisinopril, losartan, or furosemide, or have chronic kidney disease, talk to your doctor before increasing potassium. Too much potassium, especially from supplements or in kidney disease, can lead to dangerous heart rhythms. Also be mindful with coconut water. While it's hydrating, 1 cup, 240 milliliters, contains about 600 milligrams of potassium. It's safe in moderation for most, but check with your doctor if you're monitoring potassium levels. For most healthy older adults, potassium from whole foods is safe and essential. It's one of those quiet heroes, keeping your steps steady, your heart in rhythm, and your muscles working like they should. So here's what we now know. Food is more than fuel. It's your foundation. Every bite you take can either support your strength or slowly chip away at it. And even after 60, your body is still capable of amazing things. Walking farther, standing taller, lifting your grandkids, or simply rising from your favorite chair without strain. We explored 12 nutrient-rich foods, from spirulina to salmon, from peas and parsley to magnesium-packed almonds, each one offering unique support for muscle strength, joint health, endurance, and recovery. When paired with light resistance training, hydration, and just 10 to 15 minutes of sunlight on your arms and face, your body can naturally produce vitamin D, a key to muscle and bone health. If your legs have felt unsteady lately, this is your moment to turn it around. Start small, add berries to your breakfast, or swap white rice for quinoa. Even 2 to 3 simple changes this week can shift your energy and stability. If you have health conditions or take medications, be sure to check with your doctor before making dietary changes, especially with potassium or protein-rich foods. Have a question, personal tip, or a win to share? Drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. And if this video helped, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone you care about. Thank you for being here. Your time, your effort, your health, they matter. Let's stay strong, together, one choice at a time.